Hey everybody! So here in Nakusa, one of the big things that makes it Nakusa is the paper mill. I mean, we're the Nakusa paper makers. Several of you have not only parents who work at the mill, but have several generations of people who have worked at the mill as well. As a result, when I came across this video I'm going to show you today from StoryCorps about a family who is 3 generations at a Pittsburgh steel mill, there's a lot of resonance, a lot of things matched up with what we're living here. So check it out.
The mill was always in my life, even as a baby. I mean, I always heard and smelled the mill, and it was just ever present. My father, he worked there for most of his life. His nickname was Crow. They called him Crow. He was what they call a first helper. That was a man that was in charge of one furnace in the plant. And the first time I went into the shop, I just remember it like yesterday. So there were all these things moving back and forth, and I was afraid I was going to get run over, and my dad just walked straight through like nothing was going on. It's just amazing. And to face a furnace is just, it's hard to describe, because you watch cold steel being put into there and watch it become more and more red and red and red, and then it disappears and falls apart, and it's just unimaginable. I know that it stuck with my father for all his life. I mean, when he was dying, he had cancer. We had him in hospice, and he was in a lot of pain, so they were giving him lots of morphine. And I was watching him in the bed once, and the doctor came in, and my dad was laying on his back, and he had his hands up in the air, and he was turning and manipulating, and the doctor saw that I was looking at my dad, and he says, we're wondering what the heck he's doing, because he did it all the time. He would be laying on his back and he would be doing this stuff, and they had no clue as to what he was doing. And I said, he says, I could tell you, he's making steel. He was opening furnace doors, and he was adjusting the gas on the furnace and the draft. I could see what he was doing. And the doctor was amazed, and to the day he died, that's what he lived. He lived steel making.
So I love this video. Did you see how much that guy looked up to his dad? Did you see how much that guy's dad, at the hard work he put into his job at the steel mill, became who he was? That confidence, that being able to change things, carried over to his life as a father, and to be able to help influence his whole family. So one of the things about growing up that's important for you to understand is that you put so much of yourself and your time into your job that can't help but change and develop who you are as a person. My mom was a therapist, and still is, has done it for decades, in helping people get better at figuring out who they are. And that's something that made her a better mom, has influenced me a lot. I've put many decades myself into being a teacher and helping grow and learn things, and I hope that's helped me as a father and help my family too. So today, for your challenge, I'd like you to look together and discuss in your classes a couple of the following questions. Number 1, is there someone in your family whose job is important to them? If so, how do they show it? How does it affect who they are? And in a similar idea, what skills do your family members bring from their jobs into their home lives? And how does that make your family better? All right, go ahead and discuss these in your classes and come to understand how both the work and the home aspects of our life really do come together. All right, you take care.